Russia may have breached the airspace of NATO member, Romania, during its drone attacks on the southern Odsea and Mykolaiv regions in Ukraine. News.com has learned that citizens of the Romanian cities of Tulcea and Galati reported seeing something fall from the sky and hearing the sounds of low-flying military jets. Russia has amped up its attacks on the southern Odsea and the Mykolaiv region, which is near the Romanian border, as part of its efforts targeting the ports along the river Danube. The river had been serving as an alternative route for shipments ever since the Russian blockade on the Black Sea. During the latest drone attacks in Ukraine, Russia seems to have violated Romanian airspace, and the country's Ministry of Defense announced on Saturday morning, September 30, that the Army's radar surveillance system indicated a possible unauthorized entry into the national airspace, with a signal detected on a route to the city of Galati. Romanian news outlet DG24 reported that before Friday midnight, residents of Galati and Tulcea counties received RO alert messages informing them to take shelter as there was a possibility of objects falling from the airspace. Although over 100 members of local authorities, including police, paratroopers, and the army had been investigating the possibility of fallen objects from Friday night through Saturday, no remains of fallen objects have been found. The outlet reported that around Saturday noon, police forces decided to withdraw from the scene. Only 2 ISU crews, one from Brăila and one from Galati, remained stationed. However, this is not the first time Russia violated the airspace of the NATO member country. On September 9, Romania's foreign ministry summoned the head of the charged affair of the embassy of the Russian Federation in Bucharest demanding answers for how Russian drone debris ended up in Romanian territory. The Secretary of State for Strategic Affairs Iulian Fodor conveyed the Romanian side's protest against the violation of Romania's airspace as a result of the identification on the territory of our country, near the border with Ukraine, of some drone fragments, similar to those used by the Russian forces in aggression against Ukraine, a press release from the ministry stated, per DG24. At the same time, the Romanian official condemned the systematic, unjustified, and brutal attacks by the Russian forces against the Ukrainian population and civil infrastructure, including the one on the Danube, near the border with Romania, which generated security risks for Romanian citizens in the vicinity, the ministry stated at the time. The latest drone attacks in southern Ukraine are yet another instance of the Kremlin's desperation to turn the tide of the war in favor of Russia. News.com has already reported that Russian President Vladimir Putin is gradually redeploying the troops formerly under the command of the Wagner mercenary group in the war with Ukraine. During the televised meeting, which took place in the Kremlin a day before it was aired, Putin discussed the formation and deployment of volunteer units with former senior Wagner commander Andrei Trashev, better known by his nom de guerre, Sidoy, or Grey Hair.